Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn chemistry first chapter. Today we can finish this chapter, periodic table and electronic configuration. I hope you have understood what I have taken all these days. And today we have to finish up a little more part of this chapter. Before I bring to the video, and channel subscribe like comment box. So we can come back to our video. Last class I have told you that I have taught you how to find the group number, period number and the block of an element. And I have told you that I will teach you how to find the what are the properties of the SP and SPDF block properties. So I hope you remember what are the how to find the group number, period number and the block of an element. So today we can learn the characteristics of each block. We can start with S block. Now look into the screen. We can see that there are 6 main properties of S block elements. The first one is that they are all oxides. S block elements are all oxides. And these oxides and hydroxides are basic in nature. That is that these S block elements are basic, acid and base, and these S block elements are basic in nature. And the ionization energy is very less. Ionization energy less. Then they form ionic compounds. We have learned in 9th class the ionic compounds, and these are ionic compounds. And the electronegativity is also less, and electropositivity is high. Only 6 properties. For exam, they may ask 2 or 3 properties. So we have just remind all these 6 and learn maximum 3 properties thoroughly. So there are oxides and hydroxides are basic in nature, less ionization energy, they form ionic compound, less electronegativity and high electropositivity. Now next, the P block element. Now look here, you can just note in your notebook. These are the characteristics of P block elements. Metals and metalloids and noble gas are seen in P block elements. P block elements in metals, metalloids, noble gas. The P block elements can be solid, liquid and gases. P block elements they may have solid, liquid or gas state. Then ionization energy is high, electronegativity is also high, but electropositivity is less. These are the characteristics 1, 2, 3, 5 characteristics of P block elements. Now we have to learn D block elements. So last class we have learned that D block elements have a varied oxidation state. And I have taught you how to find the oxidation state of D block elements. So D block elements are all metals. In D block, all the elements will be metals. And the electron is filled in the penultimate shell. That is note here. D block elements in the penultimate shell, and in F block elements it is filled in the anti-penultimate. That we can learn. In D block elements, the electron is filled in the penultimate shell, and they are found in groups 3 to 12. That we have learned in last class. They are found in groups 3 to 12. Then they show similarity along a period as well as group. These elements period wise group wise we can see some similarities. Then this point we have learned in last class, they show variable valency and oxidation state. Oxidation state will be different. Then the compounds of D block elements are colored compounds. The D block elements have another name also, transition elements. For oxidation state, I have taught you how to find the oxidation state. There are many questions in the textbook, you can just check it. If there is any doubt, you can put in the comment box. And in why the D block elements have different oxidation state, I think I have told you last class. Then I will tell it once more. Because normally in all the in S and P blocks, the outermost subshell takes part in chemical reactions. But in D subshell, the subshell before the outermost D subshell. D subshell outermost S subshell, the energy difference between the D and the S is very less. So the S subshell also take part in chemical reactions. That is why these transition elements show variable oxidation state. Then I have told you now that D block elements are colored compounds. Why are they colored compounds? The color is due to the presence of transition metal ions present in this compounds. ഈ compounds transition metal ions in the presence ആണ്. The presence of transition metal ions give color to these compounds. Next we can learn what are the characteristics. This is the last part of our chapter, characteristics of F block elements. F block elements, there are only two periods, 6th and 7th periods. In the 6th periods they are called lanthanoids, and in the 7th period these elements are called actinoids. So the F block elements are of two types, lanthanoids and actinoids. They are in the 6th and 7th periods respectively. What are the characteristics? Like D block elements, F block elements also show different variable oxidation state. Then most of the actinoids are radioactive and are artificial elements. I have told you that there are two types, lanthanoid and actinoid. Actinoid elements are radioactive and are artificial elements. They are not natural elements, they are artificial elements. Then the F block elements like uranium, thorium, plutonium are used as fuels in nuclear reactors. Nuclear reactors fuels are used uranium, thorium and plutonium. These are of F block elements. Next, most of the F block elements are used as catalyst. I think last year in this year in 10th class, in the 5th or 6th chapter, we are going to learn the industrial process of sulfur and ammonia, like that. And in the industrial preparation of these chemicals, we use a catalyst. So the F block elements are used as catalyst in the petroleum industry. Petroleum industry catalyst is used in the F block elements. So this is all what we have to learn in this chapter. What all have we learned? We have learned the subshell electronic configuration, how to find the subshell, how to write the subshell electronic configuration, then why for S is written before 3D, the energy difference, right? Then what all we have learned to find the group number, period number and the block, the properties of SP and SP and D block elements, D and F block elements, the characteristics. Then the peculiarity of our chromium and copper, they have a special peculiarity. I hope you remember that there is a small difference in the subshell electronic configuration. That is a very important point. I think in most of the exam of the 10th class, this question is asked, the peculiarity of chromium and copper. So you should be thorough with that. Then we learn to write the short form of the subshell electronic configuration, NEARHE and KR. Using these four, we have learned how to write the short form of electronic configuration. This is what we have learned in the first chapter. So there is an exercise in page number 28. Let us assess the questions. You can try it. Easy questions are. So if you have any doubt, you can put it in the comment box. I will give you the answers. I will explain it to you. Now we can do the exercise that is in the page number 28. List out the elements of the S block. First look at the table 1.18. And the first question, list out the elements of S block. S block is 1 and 2 group. So here A and B are the elements. Which element show +2 oxidation state? +2 oxidation state the element should be of group 2. So B element. Which element contains 5 electrons in the outermost shell? Outermost shell 5 electrons P outermost subshell P ആവുമ്പോഴാണ്. outermost P subshell 5 electrons elements ഏത് ഗ്രൂപ്പിലാണ് വരിക? 5 + 12 17th ഗ്രൂപ്പിലാണ് വരിക. So here G is the answer. Which are the elements in which last electron enters the D subshell? Last electron D subshell enter ചെയ്യുന്ന elements. Here C and D. From 3 to 12 ആണല്ലോ D ന്റെ. So C and D are here the elements. Which element has the highest ionization energy? We have learned the properties that P block elements have high electronization energy. Now P block elements to last H channel, so H element. Which is highly reactive non-metal? Highly reactive non-metal non-metal. So P block elements metal. Non-metal element A. Which element shows -2 oxidation state? -2 oxidation state it will be 16. 18th group oxidation state 17th it will be -1. and 16 means it is -2. So the answer is F. Then the outermost electronic configuration of element in this 2s2p6. 2s2p6 കാണിക്കുന്ന outermost ഇവിടെ നോക്കാം. 2s2p6 outermost ആണ്. The outermost subshell ഇങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇവിടെ ഏത് എലമെന്റ് ആണെന്ന് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. Here 2s2p6 ആവുമ്പോൾ p subshell ആണല്ലോ. So the group will be 6 plus 2 12. 18th ഗ്രൂപ്പിലുള്ള ഒരു എലമെന്റ് ആയിരിക്കും. So here H. Write down the complete subshell electronic configuration. Complete subshell electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2 and 2p6. Okay. Write any 2 characteristics of this element. That is p block element. ഏതെങ്കിലും 2 characteristics എഴുതി കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. Next, write the chemical formula of the compound formed between A and G. This is സാധാരണ എക്സാമിലൊക്കെ ചോദിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ലാസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ് കെമിക്കൽ ഫോർമുല എഴുതാൻ. അപ്പോൾ ഹിയർ എ ആൻഡ് ജി ആണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെത് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ വാലൻസി എത്രയാണ്? വാലൻസി വി ഹാവ് ലേൺ ഹൗ ടു ഫൈൻഡ് ദി വാലൻസി ഇൻ 9th ക്ലാസ്. എൻ്റെ വാലൻസി 1 ആണ്. ആൻഡ് ജീൻ്റെ വാലൻസി എന്താണ്? 1 തന്നെയാണ്. ബട്ട് ഹിയർ ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് +1 ആൻഡ് ഹിയർ -1 ആണ്. കാരണം ജി എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറയില്ല ലാസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് വരുന്നില്ല. സോ ജി വിൽ ബി -1. അപ്പോൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് +1 എഴുതുക, പിന്നെ -1 എഴുതുക. ഓക്കെ. പിന്നെ ഒരു സ്റ്റെപ്പും കൂടിയുണ്ട്. ഇവിടെ വാലൻസി A1 G1 എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ അത് ക്രോസ് ചെയ്താൽ നമുക്ക് A1 G1 അതായത് AG എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ് കിട്ടുക. ഇപ്പോൾ ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ നിങ്ങൾ വിചാരിക്കുക ഇവിടെ ഇവിടെ A+1 ആണെങ്കിൽ A+2 ആണ് എഴുതുക. If it is A+2, so here will be A2 G1 ആയിരിക്കും. So we have to cross the valency, so it will become A1 G2. So the answer will be AG2. But here the answer is AG. Okay. So if there is, I will put a link in the description box. എല്ലാ ചാപ്റ്റേഴ്സിൻ്റെയും ഒരു എന്താ പറയുക ഈസി ആയിട്ട് പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കുറേ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഒക്കെ ഉള്ള ഒരു ഇതാണ് വിദ്യാജ്യോതിയുടെ. സോ യു ക്യാൻ refer that also. I will put the link in the description box. If there is any doubt, you can put in the comment box. So we can start our second chapter in the next class. അതുവരെ എല്ലാവർക്കും goodbye.